on week 15 and 16, designing kitchen and service area. So that is part of your major plate number 3. For the next week before the yung final week will be week 18, 17 and 18. Ang gagawin naman natin is designing your bedroom with your P&B and walk-in closet. Kung ano yung walk-in closet, we will be finding out later on. Okay? So that is our study plan for the first semester. Ang goal natin at the end of the semester is at least you have an idea na pag tinagpi natin yung major plate nyo, you will be having your one-story residence. Alam nyo na kung paano ang spaces ng bahay, ng one-story na bahay. Okay? So that is for the finals period. Questions before we proceed? Wala naman. Okay. In architecture, there are lots of textbooks and references na pwede nating gamitin. Okay? On your screen are example of textbooks and references. We have here Francis D. K. Ching's Visual Dictionary of Architecture. Pwede kayong maghanap. Meron din ata online. I think may mga website na nag-a-allow ng downloadable PDF. For those who would like to have a copy, you can search anything about Francis D. K. Ching's book in architecture. Ang gandang references nun. You can use that one kahit fifth year na kayo or kahit architects na kayo. Alright? Ang pinaka-importanteng reference natin for the class is yung nasa middle. Architecture, form, space, and order. Yun yung madalas na ginagamit ng mga first year. It is also written by Francis D. K. Ching. It is important for you to have that one. Although hindi ko siya nire-require ha. It's not required, but pag meron kayo, definitely it's recommended. Okay? Need not necessarily buy. Hindi ko nire-require na bumili for now since we are on the middle of a pandemic. Wala pa tayong chance na lumabas. Pero may PDF naman, which is I think there are lots of PDF. You can download it. Graphics, architectural graphics by Francis D. K. Ching also. By the way, UNC Library has a virtual access ata. You can request. Ang daming books ng architecture doon. You can browse and have an appointment, I think. Okay? Hindi ko alam kung anong process ng UNC Library, pero madaming books about architecture there. Okay. Another set of textbook. Ayun. Another set of textbook is the Metric Handbook Planning and Design Data. Also, the Graphic Standard. Ito ay by Time Saver. Bagong edition na to, the 12th edition of the Time Saver Standard. This is very famous in Archi. The Graphic Standard. Kung meron kayong access, you can have it. For Time Saver then, this is Time Saver Standards for Building Types. Written by Joseph Dichara and Michael Crosby. Okay? Okay. Next. Definitely, kung meron tayong textbook references, we also have online references. For those who have, alam ko, fan kayo ng TikTok. Ang dami nyong time for TikTok, Facebook, IG, and the like. But I would like also to encourage everyone to visit architectural websites. On my list, you can visit vanityprojects.com. We have 42 best architectural websites in the world for 2021. I have a screenshot 2 or parang 10 architectural websites na good in terms of mga references, ideas. Not to mention Pinterest. If you know Pinterest. Do you know Pinterest?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. Kung ang Pinterest alam nyo, you can also search architecture in Pinterest. Ang daming lalabas din doon. I have here Hypebeast. This is Hypebeast na website. Ang very famous for me is the Art Daily, which is even me, I also check Art Daily for modern architectural references, pegs, mood boards, and the like. You can also check that. We have here Apartment Therapy, Curve, My Modern, and Design, AD, Tree Hugger, and DB. Those are websites that you can check if you are having somehow, pag halimbawa, gumagawa na tayo ng living area, dining area, kung gusto nyo ng reference ng look, you can check it. Okay? Okay, let's now go to the tools. This is also on the website. You can also check the tools that every architect needs. Okay, I have here the list. Definitely, I want the reason for having this one is gusto ko i-mindset nyo na yung sarili nyo na kahit pandemic to, we will be having an area for you to draft. Nag-meet na ba kayo sa graphics? Graphics 1?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, your professor is Architect Baduria. Tama?
Apo.
May activity na ba kayo?
Wala pa po.
Yung lines. Visual
Lines.
tech yung line.
Visual tech
Meron na po.
Ni-require ba kayo for you to have your drawing tools, drafting tools, and equipment?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes po.
Okay, very good. Because also in design, which is the vital major subject, I am also requiring for you to have at least your drafting tools. Okay? Kung makahiram kayo, kung meron yung mga pinsan nyo or may kakilala kayo na merong drafting tools, definitely I am recommending you to have it on your own. Okay? Mas maganda sana to kung face-to-face because this is a laboratory class, hands-on practice, but since it's still virtual classes online, we will be dealing with kung ano yung nasa inyo. Okay? So we have here set of drawings, pencils, scalpel, ruler, triangular scale, tablet. Well, that is expensive. Hindi pa naman siya. Handbook, definitely textbooks, tracing paper, sketchpad, notebook. Kung meron kayong metros, it is also important na meron kayong ganun para may visualization. Tech pens, mechanical pens, and the like. Okay, excuse me. All right. So here on the visual are examples. On your screen, you can show the following material na importanteng meron kayo. Not necessarily buy one, but if you have, it's also important na makakatulong to on your comfort in drawing. Number one on my list is the drafting table and the drawing board. Sinong may idea na nito? Raise your hands. Sino nang nakakita nito? Okay. Importante sa atin, thank you so much. Thank you. Importante sa atin na meron tayong drawing table kasi although alam ko na you can draw na nasa flat table, pero importante on our posture when sitting is ang tagal kasi, di ba? Alam ko na aware kayo na ang daming Facebook post na nagsasabing ang hirap ng RT daw. Puyatan and all. Well, partly true na kailangan magpuyat kung hindi mo naayos yung time management. But if you can have your program on drawing tapos on drafting at somehow hindi mo kailangan magpuyat. Okay? So for the drawing table, it's important na incline siya kasi yung posture mo para bakong matanglay sa likod. That's the point. Okay? You can adjust it based on your ergonomics and then anthropometrics. Ayun, gumagamit na tayo nun. We will be discussing that later. Okay, next, P-square. We have P-square and triangular scale. Yung pinakita ko kanina, this one is an example of a T-square. This is very important. Paano siya ginagamit? On your drawing table, kung makikita nyo yung drawing table, may nakalagay na T-square dito sa may side. Yan yung function niya. Ang perfect match, ang kamatch ng T-square is the triangular scale. Ganyan siya ginagamit. So para meron kayong straight line, perpendicular lines pag nagda-draft. Okay? Reason why I posted a person drawing para at least alam nyo gamitin yung triangular scale, yung T-square and ruler. Okay? Triangular scale ito. Very important din to. Isa sa mga importante. Yung mga nasa list natin are important one. Need not to buy, but it's important you to have it. Dito yung mga scale niya. Kung mapapansin nyo, pag nasa design tayo, nire-require yung, say for example, ang output na sinabi ng prof is draw 5 meters by 5 meters living area using 1:100. Ito yon. May nakalagay dyan na calibration using 1:100. Yun yung gagamitin natin. Halimbawa, si sir naman ay nag-require ng 1:300. So you will be using 1:300 using this calibration. Okay? So importante na meron tayo nito. Okay? Next. Of course, you are all artists. Alam ko na artist kayo. So definitely, you know how to manipulate drawing pencils. From the finest line up to the thickest 8B sa shading. Gumagamit, I have seen on your visual representation of you, some of you has a very good drawing skills with the shading and all. Ang gaganda nun. Might as well you will be using that one on our activities, okay? The drawing pencils. Ang accompanying companion nito is the sharpener. Pwede din cutter. You can use that one. If we have the conventional drawing pencils, definitely meron tayong mechanical pen. Ano yung mechanical pen? Those are type of pens na may bala. Tiglala ka na lang yung bala. So definitely, you can have it. Pero, options. Kaya, or ang nakalagay, it's because you can have drawing pencil na Staedtler, Rotring, or kung anong brand. Also, you can choose mechanical pen over mechanical pen. I don't know the cost now, pero you can have it. You can have one. Isa lang sa kanila. Okay. Right after our drawing pencils, it is important for you to have your tech pens. Sino nang may alam ng tech pen? Sino nang nakagamit ng tech pen? Okay. Good to know. Okay. Mind you, tech pens are, yun yung ginagamit na sa plano. Ito na yung mga technical pencil na kailangan mong i-refill ng ink. Comes in different points from the thickest to the finest. Ang pinaka-iniingatan dyan yung pinaka-fine kasi mahulog mo lang, putol na. Pero definitely that's expensive. Hindi ko nire-recommend, pero kung meron kayo, and then kung may chance na makabili or kung meron na kayong dati, you can have your tech pens. Pero sa mga nagtitipid, I will offer you an alternative solution. This is way more cheaper. I don't know the cost, mga nasa 50 pesos or something, 45 to 50 pesos. Unipins na inaabot. Okay? I am not after the brand, ha? I'm not after the brand, kaya nilagay natin yung Rotring and then Staedtler type of tech pens. For this one, you can have an alternative option, way more cheaper, yung Unipin. Ang ganda din nun sa sketches, especially nasa online class pa naman tayo. pag face-to-face, I think it's way more recommended to have an experience of using TechPen. Pero since pandemic, online tayo, I am accepting visuals outputs na gumagamit ng Uniping. Okay? This one. Ito ay these are set of drafting tools pa din. Triangular set, meaning si triangles nindo. Why set? Because dahil pwedeng saro lang. Igwa kang 30 and then 60 triangle. 30 and 60 triangle. Yun yung angle ng needed natin. Mas mahaba and then yung 45 is important din also. 30, 60, and 45. Compass. You know that compass? Definitely. And also, pag may eraser, hindi naman to required, pero kung may enough money, pwede na nga ni paintbrush eh. Before, I use paintbrush sa pagtanggal kang, pag nag-erase ka ba kasi, definitely, may matatanggal. You can wipe it out by the brush kasi kung kamot lang, it has a tendency to smudge. Yun yung purpose nun. Or kung meron naman kayong eraser shield, partly yun lang i-erase nyo, hindi maapektuhan ang entire part. So yun yung purpose nun. Pero these are options na lang. Hindi naman siya required na magkaroon kayo. By just having an eraser, it's fine. Kung maingat naman kayo in erasing, it's fine with me. Okay. Let's go to how do we grade design. Okay. Importante na compliant tayo with, for those who have, I acknowledge na even me, I experience power interruption, internet connection issues. That's why I am encouraging everyone to please have an access from time to time of the recorded meeting. Halimbawa, nagkaroon ng power interruption on your area, we'll see to it na recorded yung meeting para may babalikan kayo after. Because missed out learning activities are equivalent to 1 week meeting. Okay? So, we have major examinations such as during midterms and final. It somehow, with a total of 30 points, it comprises midterm and final examination, major exams. We have major plate. Ito yung pinaka-vital. Tingnan nyo. This is 40% of the entire 100%. Very important to sa design. Ito yung pinaka-mataas na rating rather. At least we will be having 4 major plate per prelim isa, midterm isa, semis isa, and then finals isa, for a total of 4. As you go along with higher designs, when I handle, if there is a chance that I can handle you in higher designs, I usually make it 1. But for you, since introductory pa naman lang tayo, hindi pa naman kayo gumagawa ng 2-story, part by part lang, we will be seeing to it na at the end of the semester, meron tayong mabubuong isang bahay by the chop-chop outputs. Diba? Kung mapapansin nyo, on the upper lecture, preliminary, we have living area. Midterm, we have part of, dining area. Semis, we have kitchen and service. And then finals, we have the bedroom. So, kung tataraidon mo siya, you will be having 1 story. So that is our goal for this semester, for design 1. 40% allocated to your major plane. Okay. However, on your learning activities, which is also important, assessment for the week, you have learning activities, compiled works from week 1 to 18 that comprises 20% of the entire, so meaning each and every learning activity must be complied. Okay lang na late, pero definitely must be complied. May ibibigay naman tayong parang expanded opportunity for you to submit, kaya hindi nga isahan lang. We will be having you a time to comply for that, for as long as you are compliant. Class standing, say for example, the way you connect with the virtual class, recitation, inputs, sharing during our virtual meeting is also important to me. So that makes your class standing. It is really hard for us, not only me, but for us to connect with each other using the virtual class. But with having this as the class standing recitation or somehow sharing yung ginawa natin last meeting is also important, making it 10%. Sir, wala po bang attendance na part sa grading? Okay. The university has a policy kasi that we have to be lenient on the attendance kasi may mga cases na may power interruption sa area. Okay. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Don't get worried with not being in the class kasi attendance is not part of the grading for the virtual class alone. Pero kung face-to-face to, importante sa atin yun. Pero, ang take naman sa atin doon is, however absent ka on the virtual meeting, make sure to somehow cope up with catching up the recorded meeting kasi mamimiss out mo yung learning activity. Hindi pwedeng magpatay mali siya or maging complacent ka of not attending the class today kahit absent kung hindi mo nabuksan yung virtual recorded meeting kasi mamimiss out mo yung learning activity. For now, kailangan kong i-disclose that we will be having learning activities per week. Pag may na-miss out tayo, kailangan natin i-comply bago dumating ang another week. Okay? Passing percentage is 75%. Yan ay equivalent to a grade of 3. The famous 3 in college, if you know. Ang daming nag-viral na Facebook videos about kahit 3 lang pag engineering or kahit 3 lang pag archi. Okay. Definitely, those are the parang naging kultura. But I do acknowledge na you are very competitive. I also acknowledge na kayang-kaya nyo mag-strive to have flat 1, the uno. Okay? So the UNC academic grading system, para aware tayo, I don't know if there are faculty that discusses this already. Pero just for the sake of clearer understanding ng ating magiging grade sa design and any other subjects up to 5th year, meron tayong grade point equivalent. Equivalence. Okay. Pinakamababa is, start tayo sa pinakamababa. Ang failing final grade, pag binigyan kayo ng prof nyo ng 5, that is equivalent to lower than 68, 65. So definitely 58, 58.49 or below. Sa case ng UNC ngayon, since pandemic, the approach of the academic council of the university is, as much as possible, we did not give 5. Pag ganitong condition mo, for as long as nagkaroon ka ng chance, ang ibibigay sa iyo is IP, meaning in progress. Kailangan mong i-comply siya within the next semester para masettle yung IP yun, para mabigyan ka ng grade na passing grade. Otherwise, kung hindi mo siya makukomply, after a SEM, bibigyan ka ng 5. Okay? But since virtual pa, online classes, as much as possible, UNC is not giving 5. Okay. Conditional, 4. Conditional if pass is 58% to 74.9 are conditional. Meaning, pag 4 ang grade mo sa midterm, kaipuhan mong mag-strive forward, kaipuhan mong mag-doble kayod for you to have a conditional to convert that conditional passing to your numerical grade na pass, na 3 at least. Okay? Tres is pass, 75. 2.75 is fair, 77 to 78. 79 to 80, that's 2.5. 82 to 83, that's 2.25. 84 to 85, that's dos. And 86 to 87, 1.75. 1.5 is 88 to 89. 1.25, that's 91 to 94. And then the tumataginting na flat one, that is 95 to 100. Okay, in architecture, hindi tayo kitang maimot in giving grades. Definitely, we have we can give you the highest possible grade that you have for as long as you are doing well, your performance is very good in the class, and at the same time, you are compliant to all the learning activities and the major plates that we will be doing. Okay? Questions. I will be entertaining questions coming from you if you have clarifications. Yes, Diane.
Dun po sir sa tracing paper, allowed po kami gumamit ng hopia paper.
Hopia paper. Did I get it?
Yes po.
Okay. Regarding sa tracing paper or any other papers, meron ding a lot of options eh. Apart from tracing paper, merong parchment paper, hopia paper. I am also hindi ko siya nililimitahan ngayon sa design class because I know the limitations of getting out. So, if you have your hopia paper for as long as it is on the same size of the required size of our drawings, okay lang sa akin. Okay? Later on, I will be giving required size of that one, but definitely, ang madalas na ginagamit ng first year is 30 by 60. Tama? Yung same sa Indo? Okay. 30 by 60 before. 30 by 20, 20 by 30 is the same. So, not 30 by 60. Ang triangle na yan. Okay, 20 by 30 tracing paper. From the thickness of the... You know tracing paper?
Yes po sir. I have both po.
Okay, sino ang hindi pa nakakakita ng tracing paper? Raise your hand, please. Okay, for a while. Okay, this is an example of a tracing paper tube. Ito, mababakal nito siya pag set, not necessarily green, may red nito, may road ring and any other brands, madami rin mura. This is a tube of the tracing paper. If you open it, ang mahihiling mo dyan is si mismong tracing. Ito yon. Itong dinodrawingan mo kang plano. You have this. This is an output of my student last year in Design 2. I have handled Design 2. This is an output. Ito yung tracing. Bakit tracing? Kasi parang see-through siya. Tingnan mo. You can... pag nilapat mo siya sa drawing table with a cartolina, you can trace kung ano yung nasa ilalim. Okay? With the title block and all. This is an output of my student sa Design 2. They were able to make a drive-thru fast food. This is a restaurant, drive-thru fast food, an output being done by my lower design class. Okay? May question ba sa tracing paper? This is 20 by 30. Thickness, it comes from 70, 75. 65 is not recommended kasi manipis na siya eh. So, 70, 75, 80, to 90, 92 GSM. Okay? It's for every tube. Pinababakal na tingi kaya. Okay? Other questions? Raise your hands if you have your questions. Yes, Mary Joy? Mary Joy Esquera.
Good morning po, sir. Gagamit na po ba kami agad ng tracing paper?
Hindi pa naman. Major plate yon, which is we are on week 8. Week 8 pa tayo magkakaroon na on your screen is week 8. So definitely that's before midterm. Hindi pa ngayon. Ang learning activity natin ngayon is I will be getting your insights on how do you communicate to me using your written communication skills, your writing skills. Okay? But for your question, that is week 8 pa. You will be using your tracing paper sa major plate, not on the learning activity. On the learning activity, I usually ask it to do in sketchpad, papers, bond papers lang. For major plate, yun yung tracing paper.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Alright. So, wag ma-pressure na kailangang bumili na. Wag muna. Relax lang. We have still time to gather all your drafting tools one at a time. Okay? Okay. Usually, tracing paper is being sold sa mga bookstores. If taga saan ka, Vanessa? Sa Naga, National Bookstore. Yes, National Bookstore. Sa Lucky, sa may UNC, malapit. Meron din doon sa may Lucky Bookstore ba yan? Master Square before. I don't know if yung sa may Evanes is near Dunkin' Donut in Bichara. Meron din doon. Maliit na stall. Sa mga nag-shift na students. Ang galing mo. Sa mga nag-shift na Archie, pwede mong bilhin. Wala pa nga shift na tulos kung nasa isip nito. Wala pa tayo. Mag-i-enjoy tayo. Don't worry about how do we manage this one because I am not the type of professor that gives strict classroom environment. For as long as you are comfortable in doing that, I am fine with it. But definitely, I'm also encouraging participative and then okay lang sa akin na gawin mo yung stuff mo. But definitely, you are compliant with the subject. Okay? So, wag mo na mag-isip ng shift-shift. Wala pa tayo doon. Okay? Our goal is to have these 37 students in Design 1A. Tama? Tama ba? 37? Our goal is to finish the Design 1 na lahat pa kayo walang nababawas. Okay? Kaya as much as possible, I am trying to make this as interactive as possible. And then, para wag kayong mawalan ng gana, mawala yung passion towards architecture. Okay? Questions? I will be entertaining questions. Ano pa? Wala na? Are you now ready? Yes, Dayan.
Sir, anong size po ng tracing paper?
20 by 30.
Okay po. Thank you.
Standard yun. Standard naman. It comes in a standard size of tracing, lalo na pag binakal mo siya by tube. It's a standard size 20 by 30. I am recommending a thicker GSM, yung thickness of the, para madaling mapakit when you are posting it sa drawing table. Pero may masking tape pala na you will be required to post it na may masking tape kung mayo ka mong clip sa board. Use a masking tape para ideally naglulukot. Okay?
Okay po, sir.
Any other
Thank you.
question? Thank you. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Christine. Villamor.
Sir, anong type po yung magic tape ata po yun?
Yes. Magic tape is also an option. Medyo mahal-mahal siya compare sa masking tape. Ang magic tape is a transparent tape. National Bookstore has magic tape. You can buy it. I don't know the brand, pero it comes in similar, may nakalagay naman siya. Did I answer your question?
Yes po, thank you po.
Okay. Ano ba? About drafting tools. Do you have any other question? Do we have drafting tools? So far, wala naman. Okay. Ito pala. Okay. I'd like to make some clarity. Yes, Nestor. Nestor? You're raising your hand. Nestor? Wala. Okay. Okay. While you are evaluating your questions, I'd like to make a clarification lang. Ang Psquare comes in different lengths. Okay? Tigwang 24. Itong mas halikot, this one is 36. Okay? It comes in lengths. If you have this one, kung nakikita nyo, magkaiba ang laba niya. Mas halikot ining sa row. This is 24 halikot. 36 is way more longer. So, what we usually use is the 36 because para di magastos on your own. May mga nagbabakal kayong 24 pero eventually they shift to 36 kasi pag nagagamit na kamong parchment paper or longer papers, 36 is an efficient one because saktuhon. So, this one is enough. Natatanggal siya. It comes like this. Pag itatago mo, natatanggal ining E. And then, when you do it, magagamit mo na, susuk-suk mo lang, and then, tada, you can use it already. Ganun lang, ka-easy. Okay? Simpler. Do you have questions? Yes, Angelo. Angelo Dura.
Sir, may inch po niya na na Psquare.
May ano po?
Inch po. May inch po, yung may inch.
36.
Po kaya, I mean, yung pong sa gilid po. Kadalasan po, centimeter lang meron.
Tama yung inches. Inches? Depende ata sa brand. I think Rotring has the inches calibration yung sinasabi mo, Angelo? Calibration ba? Okay.
Apo.
For the calibration, Rotring has an inches. Yung other brands, meron naman pero it comes in kaipuhan mong kasi ang usual na brand, regardless of the calibration, kaya mo siyang ma-manipulate. Tuturuan ko kayo in manipulating conversions of inches to centimeter to millimeter later on. Okay? Paano natin babasahin na ang calibration dito, nakalagay dyan is centimeter, paano magiging inches yun. Okay? Later on, we will be discovering that one. Nasa proper calibration lang, proper pag-intindi on the conversion.
Salamat po. Salamat po.
Okay. Okay. Other questions? Yes, Nestor.
Sir, drawing pencils lang po, tapos tech pens ang gagamitan mo sa major plates. May alcohol markers.
If you want, I am not recommending kasi there are a lot of alternative drawing materials, drafting tools, pero yung flinash ko on the screen is the vital one lang. Hindi ko pa nga nasali yung tracing paper because it's not yet needed. kasi major plate pa yon. Sasabihin ko na lang siya when the major plate comes. Pero since sa topic na natin, tracing paper is recommended. If you have other alternative drafting tools na mas madali sa drawing, kung comfortable kayo on using that one, and then meron na din naman, use it. No problem with me. Not required, pero recommended kung meron ka na. Mas madali on your own. Kasi at the end of the day, this is your output. Kung ano yung pinakamadali sa'yo, and then it will be somehow makakapagpadali ng gagawin mo, use it.
Sige po. Thank you po.
Okay. Other questions? Okay. Meron pa ba? Meron pa? Or wala na? Should we proceed with the video? Okay, that means yes. So hold on for a minute.
Vitruvius. The 6 fundamental principles of architecture. Vitruvius.
Hi guys. Nag-i-echo ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
For a while.
The 6 fundamental principles of architecture. Vitruvius. After laying out the path for being a successful architect according to Vitruvius in our previous videos, we will go through his ideas on the fundamental principles of architecture, as pointed out in his writings. Vitruvius believed that architecture depends on 6 principles, each with its own weight and value on the projects. The first one is order. He considered that a building is made out of small parts or modules, where the selection of these modules will give the building order and proper form. To lay out these modules, the architect will require what is called arrangement, or the process of laying out the ground plane, which is the outlines for the surfaces of the building. The elevation, to draw pictures of the building facades in detail. And perspective, for sketching the front of the building while projecting the sides into the background. To achieve good order and arrangement, Vitruvius asked the architects to rely on careful thinking, to pay attention to all the details, and to use innovation in solving each problem. The third and fourth principles are harmony and symmetry. These two principles are connected and each move the project towards beauty. A beautiful design should have its height suited to its width and length. Symmetry is the relational beauty between each element of the design. The Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci is inspired by this concept. In order to explain symmetry, Vitruvius used the human body analogy, where harmony and symmetry are found between the forearm, foot, palm, finger, and all the other body parts. And the same concept applies to the perfect building. The last two principles are propriety and economy. While the first four foundations addressed form, these two are for the functional aspect of the design. A beautiful project that lacks a proper functional thinking is considered a failure. Propriety is respecting the context of the project, such as opening the top of the Roman temples to have a direct access to the heavens and their gods. This principle asks the architects to understand the usage and the location of their projects. And economy is about properly managing the project and using a balance between cost and common sense, where the ordinary home will be different than that of a wealthy man or statesman. Please let us know what you think of this video, and if you have a certain topic in architecture that you want us to make a video for. Subscribe to the channel and watch our other videos if you
Okay. Were you able to hear it? Hindi. May audio ba?
Meron po.
Meron po.
Sorry. I can. May audio ba kanina?
Meron po, sir.
Meron naman. Okay. So, good to know. Kasi if it so happen na may lag on your area, on your internet connection, I have sent on your on our GC and D1A yung ating link for the YouTube of the six fundamental principles of architecture by Marcus Vitruvius Pollio. Marcus Vitruvius Pollio is a famous architect during the era, kaya sa kanya ipinangalan yung Vitruvian Man. I will not discuss Vitruvian Man because it is, I think, part of the theory of architecture with, if I am not mistaken, Architect Abalayan will be discussing it. Part of that is the topic on who is Marcus Vitruvius Pollio and what is a Vitruvian Man. Importante yon sa architecture kasi sa kanya ipinattern yung proportion, yung anthropometrics, ergonomics, and proxemics, which is pag-aaralan natin later on. Okay? Before we end the session, I would like you to, kasi I definitely acknowledge na hindi natin masyadong natutukan. Ganito yung activity for learning activity number 2. Ito yung gagawin nyo. So, on a long size bond paper with your name as the file name, parehas nung, bibigay ko yung instruction mamaya. File name is surname, first name, and middle initial, and then block. So, sabihin na natin De La Rosa Ruel, block, design 1A. So, your activity is on a long size bond paper, minimum of 300 words to 500 words. You will write your insights, meaning kung ano yung pagkakaintindi nyo on the 6 fundamental principles of architecture. Meaning this is on your own words. I want you to write your own understanding of the 6 fundamental principles of architecture by Marcus Vitruvius Folio. Kasi yung topic natin about ergonomics is related to that. That's why I gave you the link for you to have an access of it anytime. You can check it anytime. All right? Questions? Okay. Thank you so much, Ivy, for a while. Ivy Vera, I'll add you on the group chat. Sino pa yung wala sa group chat? Ikaw na lang din naman, Ivy. Orozco. Sino pa yung wala? I added you already. Kindly check if you can see it na, Ivy, Orozco. Okay. All right. So, any other clarifications with our, yes, Roel?
Sir, ask ko lang po din yun, sir, sa learning activity number 2. So, ano po siya, sir? Typewritten or manual?
Okay, on your comfortable means. Kung you have your laptop, you can encode it. If you are comfortable in hand writing, your own handwriting kasi mas expressive ka doon, it's fine with me. Take a photo of that, scan it, and send it on Blackboard. This time, I am acknowledging everyone and reminding that since I do acknowledge, sabi nyo marunong na kayo on the Blackboard, I will be accepting submissions on the Blackboard na. Okay? I will create an online submission there. Ruel?
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Okay. Kung komportable ka kung tingin mo mas ma-express mo sarili mo on handwritten output, it's fine with me. Kung digital naman, if it's made of definitely Microsoft Word encoded, okay lang din sa akin. PDF tayo para hindi na naka-file or PDF. PDF file, PDF or doc file, sige, accept na lang natin para hindi naman mahirap on your end. PDF or doc file is also accepted. Okay?
Sir, ask ko ulit po, sir. Can we submit it, i-attach na lang yung file sa Blackboard or pwede rin pong maglagay na lang ng link sa Google Drive?
Pwede din Google Drive. Pwede din, since kung kaya naman sa, I think PDF and Word file is not that much heavier sa submission, okay lang. Pero kung komportable ka na Google Drive, it's also fine with me.
Sige po, sir. Thank you po.
Alright. Any other clarification? Okay. So, I guess if none, I can end the recording and then let's have the attendance.